It was all too sudden. That night, my husband Stephen came home with his mistress and their illegitimate child. I couldn't make sense of it. I even thought it was some kind of joke. Then Stephen looked at me and sneered.
I'm cutting ties with my old, stupid wife and the dumb kid. Here's the divorce papers.
He slammed the divorce papers onto the table. Laughing, Stephen left the house with his mistress and their child. I was left in a daze. Then my college-age daughter, Amanda, came in.
Cutting ties? Do you even know your worth?
Amanda's face twisted with anger as she picked up the divorce papers. Amanda?
Well then, let me show him.
With that, Amanda set the stage for her revenge. My name is Karen Smith, a 52-year-old housewife. My husband Stephen is 4 years younger than me, and I'm what's commonly known as an older wife. At some point, for reasons I couldn't understand, Stephen started saying he didn't like the fact that I was older.
My colleagues' wives are all younger. Having an older wife is embarrassing. Why did I marry this old hag anyway? I really picked a loser. I must have made a mistake.
I could only manage a bitter smile. When we got married, Stephen understood that I was older. But now, he not only fails to understand, but also mocks me.
Young ones are cuter. Women should be young. Is it too late to get a divorce now? I mean, I have some responsibility for picking up such a useless idiot, but this is too much.
When Stephen picked up his bag, I spoke. What about your breakfast?
I'll eat out. No way I'm eating in this old hag's place. Besides, if there's poison in it, it would affect my work.
Stephen slammed the living room door and left our house. I couldn't even see him off, and I looked down. Still, I decided to look forward and went upstairs to wake up my college-age daughter. Amanda, it's time to get up. When I opened her door, she was already awake.
Mom, did that old man say some crazy stuff again? You should talk back to him.
It's fine. If I stay quiet, it will come back to him eventually. I don't mind. Come on, have your breakfast. You'll be late for college.
Okay.
Amanda seemed somewhat dissatisfied, but she didn't say anything. I enjoyed breakfast with my daughter.
Mom, listen to this. My manager at the part-time job is so incompetent. He's always flustered and nervous. They should get a better manager.
Hey, don't criticize people so easily. Everyone has their personality. Well, in that sense, your dad has his personality too.
Calling you an old hag is a personality? We don't need that kind of personality. If anyone called me that, I'd knock them out. You let him walk all over you, Mom. You should stand up to him more. No one would criticize you.
Don't say that. You'll miss the train. I hurried my daughter, Amanda, out as if pushing her out the door. Once Amanda left for college, the house suddenly became quiet. As I washed the dishes, I talked to myself. Sure, it's not good that I stay quiet when he calls me an old hag. But fighting in front of my cute daughter is unpleasant. I want her to grow up freely without hearing gloomy things. Maybe I shouldn't stay quiet, but still. After washing the dishes, I checked the flyers on the newspaper. Well, today's special offers. I did the laundry, cleaned, and went shopping before preparing dinner. It seemed like another day would end without any incidents or accidents. But that's fine. This is good. An ordinary, peaceful day is important. Well, living like this is thanks to Stephen. I can't get worked up over a few insults. Amanda needs her dad too, but is that outdated? It's a routine life, but it's stable. Then my phone rang. I turned off the stove and looked at my phone. It was Steven. Hello?
Hey, Karen. I'll be a bit late tonight, but please stay up for me.
Why? What's going on?
Just stay up. I'll be back as soon as I can.
The call ended there. I wondered what it could be. Then I glanced at the calendar. This month, it's my birthday month. Could it be a birthday present? I couldn't help but smile, but I quickly dismissed the thought. Expecting too much could lead to disappointment, but I couldn't help but hope.
Mom, what's going on? Why are you smiling?
Amanda came home. Oh, nothing.
Really? Something happened, right? Tell me.
It's a secret. Come on, let's have dinner. I tried to keep my excitement from showing. That night's dinner was pasta. I could have made something special, but I didn't have time.
Mom, you're acting weird.
Was dinner bad?
No, it's just that you seem happy. Something good happened, right? Happiness should be shared, or it won't come back to you. Come on, tell me what happened.
Well, your dad might celebrate my birthday. I told her about the phone call and mentioned my birthday.
Yeah, that could be it.
I hope so.
Mom, you're grinning.
I can't help it. Do you know the saying, fortune and misfortune are like intertwined ropes is? Good and bad things come in turns. I eagerly waited for my husband to come home. Amanda went upstairs, saying she would stay awake, but she went to her room. I watched a recorded drama while boiling water, ready for Steven's return. I planned to make coffee for him, knowing he loved it. He came back, but his footsteps sounded different. And there was a woman's voice. What?
The master is home.
Oh, good evening. My name is Mandy Johnson.
Steven entered the living room, carrying an unfamiliar woman. The woman, who introduced herself as Mandy, had a baby on her arms. No way, an affair? Hey, what's going on here? Then Steven looked at me and sneered.
I'm cutting ties with my old, stupid wife and the dumb kid. Here's the divorce papers.
He slammed a piece of paper onto the table. If I wasn't mistaken, it was a real divorce paper. My mind went numb, and I couldn't find my words. The thought of a birthday present shattered like glass. Laughing, Steven and Mandy walked to the front door. I followed them. Why?
Make sure to file the divorce papers.
I'll take your husband.
With that, Steven and Mandy left the houses. I was left in a daze.
Mom, are you okay?
It was my college-age daughter, Amanda. I was foolish to have expected anything. But what could I say to Amanda about this?
Cutting ties? Do you even know your worth?
Amanda's face twisted with anger as she picked up the divorce papers. Amanda?
Well then, let me show him.
The next morning, I signed the divorce papers as Amanda had instructed. I hesitated, but Amanda's words about having a plan convinced me to sign. I then submitted the papers to the office, and the divorce was officially filed.
Mom, just stay quiet and watch. I'll show him what it's like to be in hell. Trust me. I'm good at planning. Don't worry. Leave everything to me. I'll make sure he ends up in hell.
I followed her instructions. But I couldn't help but worry about what she was planning. I'm worried, not just about Amanda's actions, but also about whether I can stay in this house. And what about recognizing that woman's child? No, I have to trust Amanda. Every day felt cloudy, but then one day, Stephen came back to the house for the first time since our divorce. He looked furious, as if he might hit someone.
What the hell is going on? Mandy wants to leave me. Everything was going well until now. Suddenly, she says she can't sign the marriage papers. Instead, she only wants me to acknowledge the child. What am I? Just a stud. She says it's because of you and that dumb daughter of ours. Hey, don't just stand there. Say something. You old hag. You must know something. Did you say something to her? You had to. It can only be that.
Huh, what are you talking about? As Amanda had instructed, I feigned ignorance. She had told me not to say anything unnecessary and to seek help if needed.
Don't play dumb. Your acting is terrible. It's malicious. Do you hate seeing me happy that much? Is that why you're harassing me?
Stephen's gaze was as sharp as a knife. But I stood my ground and spoke clearly. I haven't done anything. Isn't this a mistake? You two were so lovey-dovey, and you already have a child together. Isn't it strange to blame us now? Maybe your mistress realized something about her own actions.
But for her to change her attitude so suddenly. Did you say something out of jealousy? You slut. Spit it out. What did you say?
Shut up, you idiot old man.
At that moment, Amanda walked in. Her tone was rude at first, but then she suddenly became polite.
Oh, hello, Dad. How are you? It's pretty low of you to come back after you left.
What did you two tell Mandy? This is filthy. While I was at work, what did you say to the woman I love? Karen, tell me the truth. You must have said something.
Oh, Dad, I'm the one who said something to Mandy Johnson.
Stephen, who had been yelling at me, turned his body toward Amanda.
What did you say? Are you so upset that I'm happy? This is disgraceful.
No, not really. I just gave that mistress Mandy a little talking to. I didn't hit her or anything.
Amanda smiled gleefully, seeming to enjoy herself. Stephen gritted his teeth in anger.
Tell me, what did you say to her? What did you do?
I could only stand there, trembling. If I interfered now, Amanda's plan might be ruined. I had no choice but to watch how things unfolded. Stephen started shouting, his anger bursting out.
What did that stupid kid do to the woman I love? Thanks to you, my life is in shambles.
Oh, I'm so sorry. But I go to Harvard and I'm top of my class.
No way. You're Karen's daughter, so you must be going to some third-rate college. There's no way you could get into an elite university like I did.
Since you never showed any interest in your daughter, I didn't bother telling you, but my IQ is 180. Didn't know that, did you? And you took 3 attempts to get into that elite university, only to fail to advance to the second year, ending up getting expelled after repeated failures. Which one of us is more pathetic? You shouldn't underestimate my network of information.
Amanda's words were sharp and mocking. Stephen didn't like it.
You. What did you do to Mandy? You lowlife.
Oh my, is that how you talk to your daughter? That sounds like verbal domestic abuse, doesn't it? Scary. There are people in this world with all sorts of interests, you know? I have a friend who loves pinpointing addresses.
Address? That's a lie. You can't just find someone's address that easily. How did you figure it out? A detective agency?
Stephen looked shocked while Amanda smirked.
I figured out Mandy's address from the photos she posted on social media. Scary, isn't it? Nowadays, you can get someone's identity from their photos. Mandy loves social media, and with all those photos, it was easy to figure out her identity, birthplace, and address.
Amanda continued speaking. Stephen stood there with his mouth agape.
I timed it for when you went to work and then paid a visit to Mandy's house.
No way. So you did something terrible to her. You're awful. What you did is the lowest.
Mandy was quite confused, but when I told her, "You'll lose out if you don't listen," she let me into her house. Isn't it strange? People react more to "you'll lose" than to "you'll gain." Mandy kept talking about how much she loves you. She said, "I'm the one he loves more. You're just the daughter of a discarded woman. I have his child, so stay out of our lives, you creepy." So I had a little talk with her. Our man has other mistresses besides you. He has been fighting with them over whether to keep their kids. He's addicted to gambling, has $1 million debt, secretly an alcoholic, used to beat his ex-wife, and if your father found out, your whole family could be in danger.
Amanda smiled brightly.
Why did you lie like that? I've never done any of that. Your lies are ruining me. This is slander.
Oh, but wait, I said our man earlier, but I didn't say my father, right? Listen closely. Mandy might have misunderstood and thought I was talking about someone else. Is that my fault? Even someone expelled from a third-rate college could figure that out, right?
I silently applauded Amanda in my heart. So this was all part of a clever plan to make Mandy want to leave Stephen by scaring her with lies. What a smart daughter I have. Amanda started glancing at the clock.
Hey, look over here. Why are you checking the time so much?
It's about time, don't you think? You should be getting a call on your phone.
Stephen grew more agitated as he watched her.
Why are you checking the clock while listening to me? You've messed up someone's life.
Yeah, of course, and soon you'll be thanking me.
No way. After all this, you think I'll thank you?
Just then, Stephen's phone rang. He took a breath before answering.
Hi, yes, boss. What? Right now? I was just taking a break outside. What do you mean? What? That can't be. I didn't do anything. What? An affair? Termination? Even if you say that, I have no idea. Photos, videos, recordings. No, that's not true. I didn't do anything. Yes, with the accounting department. Oh, please wait. Let me explain.
Stephen froze in place. It seemed the other party hung up. Stephen put away his phone, his shoulders trembling, and asked Amanda,
What did you do? How does my boss know everything?
Oh, do you feel like thanking me now? Well, you were having an affair with Mandy from accounting and even had a child with her. That looks bad, doesn't it? No wonder the company doesn't want someone like you. It's easy to find the email address of your boss with a little research.
What did you tell my boss? I got fired because of you.
Nothing much. I just sent the videos of you and Mandy cuddling and the recordings of you planning to dump Mom to your boss's email. Well, I did use your boss a bit, but did I say anything wrong?
You.
Oh, by the way, I called my friend over. Will you meet him, Dad?
Of course not. You idiot daughter.
That's when you're supposed to say, "Sure thing, you dumb old man."
What?
Amanda clapped her hands, and a young man in a suit entered the living room. He looked serious and professional.
Nice to meet you. I'm from this law firm. Please take my card.
The young man handed Stephen a business card. Stephen turned pale as he read what was on the card, though he didn't know what it meant.
Is it a law firm?
I've recorded all the conversations just now. Here are the documents for the alimony. Please pay the specified amount. Even if you tear it up, the obligation to pay remains. If you add your recent insults, the amount will increase.
So, what will you do? Hit mom, me, or this gentleman out of frustration? Do you want to end up in jail? What you should do now is go to your company and apologize. Oh, and I sent the data to your boss in a way that it'll spread across all the company's computers like a virus. Don't worry, it won't affect operations, but it will affect your life. Now hurry to your company before your mistress dumps you.
Stephen left the house with a bitter expression. The living room fell silent, with only Amanda's laughter echoing.
See? Just as I planned. Now mom will get alimony.
Amanda, but what about the lawyer's fees?
Oh, sorry, I'm not actually a lawyer.
What? But
I'm an alum from Harvard, and Amanda invited me. I'm still a law student working at a law firm. It seemed interesting and a good experience, so I'm covering the costs myself.
the young man laughed sheepishly, and upon closer inspection, his suit didn't have a lawyer's badge.
I never said he was a lawyer, did I? Mom, you heard that, right? Oh, you can stop recording now.
Yes, I can't beat Amanda.
Right now, the company must be in chaos. I sent his affair photos and audio recordings to all the computers in the accounting, sales, HR, and executive departments. He's definitely getting fired.
I was impressed by my daughter's skills, but somehow I could accept it. After all, she was the top scorer in national exams throughout middle and high school, used Harvard as a safety school, earned multiple difficult certifications while preparing for college, and could speak French, Italian, Chinese. She is a true genius.
Oh, by the way, Mom,
Yes,
I have a favor to ask. Some friends helped me with this, and I want to pay them for their part-time work. My part-time job pay isn't enough, so could you lend me some money? I'll pay you back bit by bit.
sure, that's fine. You don't need to repay me. We'll have plenty once the alimony comes in. We won't be short of money.
But I'll definitely pay you back. If you borrow something, you have to return it.
We both laughed.
It's all thanks to my friends, and I did a fantastic job acting, didn't I?
Yes, you did. I'm so proud of you.
Just like they say, fortune and misfortune are intertwined. Good things have finally come our way, Mom.
Amanda saw the law student off, and we went shopping together. Tonight, we would dine out in style. We went to a fancy barbecue restaurant and enjoyed our meal. I hadn't felt this refreshed in a long time. When we left the restaurant, it was dark outside. We headed straight home, both of us smiling brightly. The next morning, I sent Amanda off to college and started cleaning the house. I wondered if I would get to keep the house along with the alimony, but I trusted Amanda to handle it. Around noon, an incident occurred. While I was alone, the doorbell rang. Yes, who is it? When I opened the door, someone forcefully pushed their way in. It was the mistress, Mandy Johnson. You,
What are you going to do about this?
she yelled, holding her child. I had never seen someone yell while holding a child before. But I knew this was a crucial moment and steeled myself. What are you talking about? Why are you here? I have no business with you, and I plan to keep it that way.
What do you mean? I got fired because of your daughter. I was planning to take maternity leave, and now Stephen has abandoned me.
Isn't it strange that you're saying this to me? Didn't you say yourself that you couldn't sign the marriage papers? Blaming others is pointless and petty.
Strange. It's your daughter's fault. How are you going to fix this? Raising a child takes money. Now I've been fired. How am I supposed to survive? Are you telling me to eat the weeds off the street? You heartless devil.
I understand how you feel. I raised a daughter too, but to steal someone else's husband and then act like this? If you're from New Jersey, eating some grass shouldn't be a problem for you, right?
What did you say?
And besides, it's really sad to see you blaming others for everything in front of your child. You refuse to take responsibility for your own actions. As a person, there's something seriously wrong with you. I don't know if you'll be a single mother from now on, but how can you say such things in front of your child?
Do you think I care? I don't have anyone to help me with my baby. I planned to live with Steven, but now he's gone.
I've said it many times. You decided not to sign the marriage papers because you believed some stupid rumors. It's your own fault. Anyone can see that.
What? Isn't he in this house? Let him out. Give me back my life and Steven. Steven, are you there?
Do you understand your position? Mandy tried to force her way in, and I finally lost my temper. I released everything I'd been holding in. The child began to cry. The child seemed less than 2 years old. From your child's age, it's clear you've been involved with Steven for a long time. Stop blaming others for your actions. Get out. Steven isn't here. Do you really believe he loves you more? Isn't it embarrassing to be swayed by such nonsense? And by the way, because of you, we've also suffered. Get out. If you come here again, I'll charge you alimony too. The only reason I'm not doing it now is out of pity for you. Understand your place, you shameless woman. Mandy glared at me, wanting to say something, but I stood firm. I'm not wrong, and I will not back down. Because I haven't said anything wrong. The child started wailing. The child looked so frightened, it was pitiful. Mandy, trying to comfort her child, reluctantly backed off. She looked on the verge of tears, but I didn't care. With a look of frustration, Mandy left the house. I was surprised at myself for confronting her like that. I never thought I could speak so boldly to Steven's mistress. But it felt good, freeing. With Steven, I had always been timid, but following my true conscience, I stood strong. Thanks to Amanda, I felt empowered. I didn't know if Mandy would come back, but at least she wouldn't for a while. I had to tell Amanda about this.
Oh, so that woman came? She's got guts. Even after all those threats, she still showed up. Strange woman.
When I told Amanda about Mandy during dinner, Amanda responded casually, as if saying, yeah, that's true, but in a detached way.
Well, it's her own fault. She basically stole someone else's husband. The only one I feel sorry for is her child. Single parents aren't uncommon these days, but it's tough for a kid to grow up without a father. If you can stand up to her like that, Mom, it means you're stronger now. I feel better leaving you alone at home.
Amanda said while eating her pasta. This was for the best. Now I was free from both Steven and his mistress. Later, I heard through rumors that Steven was disowned by his family too. Steven had already been disliked by his father, Ken, because of his expulsion from college, which had cost a lot of money. Even with the university expulsion, it must have cost a lot of tuition. And now, with the mistress's baby and the divorce scandal, Ken lost his temper and disowned Steven. When I called Stephen's mother, Michelle, she tearfully apologized.
I'm so sorry for what our stupid son did. Please, you and Amanda stay in the house. If you ever need money, talk to us. Can we still see you both?
Thank you, Michelle. Michelle and Ken are reasonable people. They understand right from wrong, so I trust them. One day, Ken and Michelle came to our houses and apologized to me. Although I was divorced, I promised Ken and Michelle they could see their granddaughter, Amanda. They wept and criticized their son while apologizing to Amanda.
Grandpa and Grandma aren't to blame. It's that idiot father's fault.
Amanda, we're so sorry.
After that, Amanda successfully graduated from Harvard and went straight to graduate school. Even in graduate school, Amanda's excellent grades continued, and now she's researching AI. Stephen hasn't shown his face since then, but the alimony payments support us. I've always been the type not to overspend, and I'm good at saving money. So the alimony money accumulates each month, and now I have enough savings to live comfortably without working. One day, I went on a trip with Amanda.
Are you sure, Mom? You can travel alone, you know?
No, I wanted to go on a trip with you. This stress-free life is all thanks to you. You're my pride and joy, Amanda. Thank you.
I'm happy to hear that. Oh, by the way, I heard through a little back channel that idiot father is living 3 towns over.
What? I was shocked by the sudden news. Really?
Yeah, want to go see what a mess he's become?
No, it's fine. Water splashed around us.
Why not? Let's go see.
That kind of thing isn't a spectacle. It's wrong to do it out of curiosity.
You're so serious, Mom. If it were me, I'd go right away. But you're right. No need to stoop to that level. Got it.
You understand perfectly. You really are my pride and joy. I had a relaxing time in the resort hotel pool with Amanda. As if to heal all the exhaustion from the past,